Well, welcome to my office, my den as I call it. Today I want to run through a few bits and pieces, accessories, etc., tips, storage of the X-boat, the Toslon X-boat. I've purchased mine, I've had mine for quite a while now, and I've had so many different things that I've bolted onto it. And there's plenty of videos out there showing how to control the boat, how to use the fish finders, the X-pilots, etc., etc. So I won't run through any of that. What I want to run through bits and pieces that I've added to my boat, tips on care, storage, etc., etc. It's all stuff that I ascertained to looking after my boat, because when you're spending in excess of a couple of grand, sometimes up well over £3 on a boat, you need to look after it. Okay, so sort of things I'll be running through, and I'll briefly run through this, and I'll start going on to the sectional parts of the video as well. So obviously bags, holdalls, how you carry it, how you store it, covers for your bait boat, GoPro mountings. I've found a way of mounting a GoPro without using the 3M self-adhesive pads. That's another a good way of attaching 350 quid's worth of camera. The last thing you want to do is have that fall off into the bottom of the lake. I've got a winch cam, a fisheye winch cam. I want to run through the mounts that I use on that, and the actual product itself. Protectors for the actual controller as well. I've got a couple of bits that help me store the controller. It's a 3D printed product, third party. Also there's a handy attachment for the X-Pilot controller as well, which you can attach to your handset, your Skyfly handset. So that's good. The benefits of using a brass propeller as well. I mean, a lot of people don't use brass propellers, but I can run through the benefits of using those. And the creme de la creme is again a third-party product. It's a module that I've had attached to the bait boat, and it's a one-touch hopper release, and I can run through that with you as well. But first things first, put the kettle on, have a nice cup of tea, and then I'll start rolling through the videos. Okay, so you've got a couple of bags here. You've got the original bag the bait boat comes in. Yep, that suffice. However, I wasn't overly pleased with it. It's got like a twin wall on it, and all sides, top, bottom sides, it's got like a cardboard insert, and it's very thin. It's not padded at all. So, although adequate for carrying something, I wasn't happy. So much so that when I used to transport it, I used to put the bait boat into the thing, and then I used to put my pillow over the top of it, and then zip the whole thing up just to protect the boat. What I found after searching the internet is this sucker. This is the Cult Tackle DPM XL bait boat bag. It's a generic size. It's padded, well padded all the way around, bottom, sides and top. As I said, and I find it to be excellent. It comes with its own camo mat as well, which you can use for putting your bait boat on if the ground's muddy or whatever. And obviously then you've got the section which holds all your batteries and all your accessories and everything like that. And again, like the same with the Toslon one, you put that in the middle and the bait boat runs either side. So that is the Cult Tackle DPM XL. I think it retails around about 80 quid. It's a lot of money for a bag, but at the end of the day, when you're spending in excess of £2 maybe up to £3 on a bait boat, transporting it is one of the main things, and the last thing you want to be doing is ending up with snapped bits or cracked hull or whatever. But yeah, that's a good bit. What I'll do now is I'll move on to the actual the bait boat cover that I use as well when I'm out and about, when I'm fishing. So this is the Cult bait boat cover. It's a universal cover, so it fits the majority of bait boats. It's elasticated as well, and the reason I use this is mainly because when I was fishing it was Crete Lakes, and it was infested with rats at one particular swim. So yeah, they were jumping all over the bait boat during the evenings and night time and that lot, and I didn't want to do that. So I put this on, I bought this to cover it. What I have done is I've actually modified it, and I'll zoom in. You can see there where the aerial was. I've actually done a rubber grommet. I've used some 2-pack Aerodite on it, and I'll just zoom in and let you have a look. So there we are. So basically all I do is just slip that off at night and put it back on again, so I leave the aerial on at all times. So yeah, that's a good little number, the Colt bait boat elasticated cover. It works well. Yeah, take it off and remove it. As I said, it's all fully elasticated. It comes off. Put it back on again. Put the O-ring over. Offer it up, and then just spread it out to suit. There we go. Couple of seconds, and it's all done. Okay, another tip with the bait boat is basically when you're storing it, try not to store it in a cold, damp area like a garden shed or anything like that. It's an expensive bit of kit. You want to keep everything as dry as you can. I actually keep mine within the office den that I've got here. I keep it on the floor, so it's always in a warmish type environment. Also, talking about that, once I remove both the plates, I've taken that off. Anyway, that's the waterproof section sealed there, and then obviously you've got the top cover plate. I always use these, and I've got 2 of these either side of the hopper, and it's those. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. It's a silica gel sachets. Basically, what it is, this takes up any condensation or any moisture within the boat. I always keep them on board, even when I'm using it out on the lakes and that lot, because the marginal chance that you can get damp or it's frosty or whatever, the electrics in these things are so fragile. As I said, you don't want water and electric mixing, because it can be well, you know what happens with them, it's too mixed. So yeah, I'll just pop them in, and then that's it. Another way, as I said, with these plates, I always leave these off when I'm storing it. I usually put my take it out of the case, or if I leave it in the case, I take these off, put them in the hopper or in the bag, and that way you've got air flowing to a reasonable extent anyway. Okay, while I'm on that, you probably notice a few bits and pieces, these odd little things here and a bit of Velcro there. I'll talk about that later. That's all to do with the winch cam. The next section is this one here. This is the GoPro mount that I've fitted on. Basically what it is, let's grab me a bit. I don't know if you can see at the end. Let's see if I can zoom in, let's have a look. No, perhaps not. Well, at the end section here, there's obviously a recessed bit of rubber, which is that bit there. I actually managed to get that out of the front section. You imagine that being reversed. Got it out, and basically I found a top dead center position to put my GoPro mount on. That is rock solid. It's actually screwed in, I'll show you in a sec. But what I was trying to do, I was trying to find somewhere where I could mount the GoPro on the front. The back wasn't any good because I didn't want it to interfere with any electrics. So, but these are concave and convex, and the angle wasn't quite right for the mount. And also I was reluctant to use the 3M adhesive pads. So what I've done, I'll just flick that up. This is the original GoPro mount as well, so I'll just put that off, get this thing out. So there we go, and I'll see if I can zoom in for you on that one. What I've done, I've found, other way, there we go. As you can see, I'll move the boat around. I've actually found 2 anchor points and a tiny little screws, and that's, as I said, that's actually screwed on there now. So it's not going into anything, it's only going into the handle section, it's not physically going into the boat. Yeah, and that's rock solid, so that is not going anywhere. So again, just put that in and then put the rubber seal back down, and that's it. That's as good as gold. So that's the GoPro mount. Okay, towards the back of the boat, a couple of things. The red caps that are on the aerial connectors, obviously the aerial's on that one, they can get lost. They're fiddly little things and that lot. So what I tend to do is, if I bring that down, there we go. When I'm using the aerial, I just stick it on the top of the aerial. That way it's never going to get lost. The other thing as well, this plug, this rubber plug here, it's there to insert into what used to be the charger for the main batteries. It's null and void. It's not even connected, I don't think. I don't know why they put it on there. So again, I've actually just arrow dotted that together, so that's all stuck down, so that's solid. Something else I'll go into, I don't know if you've noticed, but you can just about see that there. I've got a section here which is the module for the one-touch hopper release. I'll walk through that at a later stage of the video, but I'll just show you that one. The next part I want to show you is the one-touch hopper release module. This is a great feature when you're baiting up, when you're putting your rig into the bait boat. You don't actually need to get the controller. The controller doesn't even have to be switched on. So basically what it is, you can get out, you can just touch this module with one touch of your finger. The hopper releases, you can put your rig in there, put the bait, your chosen bait, back into the hopper, close the hopper up, and then go and get your controller and get it all sorted out. So I'll show you how it works. So basically just switch your unit on. Okay, so we're all on. Okay, and if I just take this section off here, I don't know if you can see that, just there, look, you've got a red dot. So basically you watch your hopper, so just touch it and the hopper releases. You put your rig in there, touch it again, that closes it all up, and away you go. The beauty of this as well, you can actually change it. So if you keep your finger on the module till it flashes, which it has, okay, now if I press it, it will do the other hopper. Press it again, lifts it up. Keep your finger on it again, you see it flashing. Allow that to release both hoppers, not that you need it, but okay. So press it again, bring it back up. What I tend to do is I always use the left hopper, so I'll get it preset to the left again, keep it on there, bang. And again, the beauty of these boats as well, when the hopper, whatever hopper is being released, the lights at the back flash as well. So there we go. So you can see it flashing. Okay, next up is the Fisheye camera kit. This is again a winch cam that I purchased, and there's a few bits and pieces that doesn't come with it which you can add on. And again, these are 3D printed sections. They clip onto the unit, and as I showed you before, this section comes off the handle like that, and then the Velcro here is to retain this section. So I've also added this unit here, this fin, and what that is an anti-spin fin. Because the thing's a circular product, when it's going down it has a tendency to spin under certain circumstances, but that alleviates that. So there's a weighted fin, stops it spinning. There's the mains input which goes into the side of the boat. Again, there's a 3D cap like that, so that goes once the plug's unplugged, that goes in to stop any muck going in there. And what I do now is I'll show you the action and what it can do. It's all linked up to, if I just drop this hopper down, if I can, there we go, and I'll record this for you, but you can see there that on the unit, but I'll record it now and I'll upload it for you so you can see exactly what's going on. Okay, this is actual video footage taken from the monitor I've recorded. It's a bit crude, but you get the general idea. So obviously there's no water around, it's just free falling, so it's going to spin a little bit, and obviously the faster you push the cam down the more it spins, but obviously in the water it wouldn't do that. So that gives you an idea of the quality. And again, that wouldn't be swinging around like that in the water unless there's some sort of turbulence. Now on the way back up, I'm going to really crank it so it'll give you an idea of how fast it can go up. So there we go. And obviously that wouldn't do that within the water, but you get a general idea of how we do it. And then what I'll do afterwards is close the hopper. So there you go. Okay, so moving on from the camera winch. I've upgraded the monitors. I'm sure that if you contact Fisheye cameras or Joe at Bait Solutions, that they'll be able to upgrade it. But when I bought mine, it came with a standard monitor, which is all well and good, works properly. So there we go. You see it's not connected at the moment, so that's all well and good. However, what I wanted from this was a record situation. So when I'm actually on the lake and I'm dropping the camera down, I wanted to record. This one doesn't have it. This is a unit that actually doesn't have the function. So what I've done was I again done a bit of research, had a look around, and I come up with this one, exactly the same unit. But as you'll probably see, along here, that come off, I'll turn that off. Along here you've got the record button. So basically you've got a SD card, goes in there, little micro card, and then obviously once you've got it all set up, you've got the option to record, which I like doing, especially when I'm doing vlogs and I'm on the bank and I want to see what's actually on the bottom. So that's a good little number. There we go. I bought this one from Banggood, the Chinese website, and that's the one there. That's the one with the record button. So you can see it's got the LCD DVR on it. I forget how much that retails for, but it's not a lot of money. But yeah, good bit of kit, worth upgrading. Okay, so the observant ones amongst you would have noticed that when I was reviewing the DPM XL bag, the holder that holds all the controllers, etc., and the batteries, you'll have noticed that on the FlySky controller there was a few add-ons. I'm just going to walk through what they're for. Basically, the first one I walk through is the actual controller knobs. Now there's the protector that goes over the top. Now I don't know if you can see that, but this one's slightly bent, and that's purely down to carrying it around. I mean, this is probably done in transit. When I sent my boat off to get some bits added to it, sent the controller off, and obviously in transit it's got knocked about a bit, so you can see that one's bent. So the idea of this, which is this little baby here, okay, it's a 3D printed product, and basically what that does, that slips over all of your knobs and everything like that. So all I do is I'll just offer that up, turn it around the other way, get it around the right way. There we go. Offer that up, press it down, click it, and bang. Everything's protected, solid, so nothing can move. Good little product that. Well handy. As I said, if this thing goes haywire, you know, you snap one of them switches, you're buggered. Okay, the next bit, and it involves the X-Pilot. Okay, you know that you can buy stainless steel brackets that fit onto the lanyard module there, and it comes up and over. Now I've used these before, and the thing is they're held together by really tiny Allen screws, and no matter how much leverage you put on the Allen screw to keep it tight, what happens is the weight of the actual X-Pilot, they just keep doing that all the time, and it's a pain in the ass. So next product, again the 3D printed product, is this one. Okay, now this just clips onto your FlySky controller, over the back, and once it's on, I'll just clip it on now. Once it's on, it is rock solid, and it's quite a tight fit, which is always a good thing. Let's just clip that on. Bear with me. There we go. Okay, so that's it. Okay, it fits on, it's solid, and that screw mount there is where you put that one there. And if you give me a sec, I'll do that for you. As I said, this thing, I've used this on numerous, well, I forget how many times I've used it, but it is rock solid. It doesn't fall over. The whole unit's steady, and I'm well happy with it. So just bear with me a second. I'll just tighten that up again. Talk amongst yourselves. So clip it on the back like so, okay, and then the whole thing's rock solid, not going anywhere. Brilliant bit of kit that. So that's a 3D printed X-pilot mount, and then obviously you got your controller protector as well. Okay, I think this is the last product I want to just let you know about what I use. It's the Toslon TF500, which is the fish finder. Quite a delicate bit of kit, LCD screen, everything like that. The whole thing folds over, as you're probably aware. If I unscrew that and just fold it over, so like that. I found that the ideal thing to carry this around in is this baby here, which is, as you're probably aware, it's the quarter compact. This is a 200 model, so it's ideal. It's waterproof, tough, and it houses that unit in there perfectly. So what I'll do is now I'll just put down the details of the companies that I use. As I said, it's not this video's, you know, I'm not sponsored by anybody. It's just me throwing it out there and letting you know what I use. As I said, yeah, I'll put the companies up, and yeah, feel free to ask any questions. I think that's it for now.